Removing ants from garden soil can be a challenging task, as ants are resilient creatures and an integral part of many ecosystems. However, there are several strategies that gardeners can employ to manage or reduce ant populations without causing harm to other beneficial organisms or the environment. Ants can be both beneficial and problematic in a garden. While they aerate the soil and help with organic decomposition, they can also farm aphids, which harm plants by feeding on their sap. Thus, finding a balance in ant management is key. One of the first steps in managing ants in garden soil is identifying the type of ant species present. Not all ants are harmful. Some are actually quite beneficial as they prey on pests that may damage plants. However, if the ants are causing problems, such as farming aphids or biting, you may want to take action. Understanding the species will help determine the most effective control methods, as different ants have different nesting habits and food preferences. A non-chemical approach to managing ants involves manipulating their environment to make it less appealing. Ants prefer dry, well-drained soils, so increasing soil moisture can sometimes encourage them to move elsewhere. Regularly watering the garden and maintaining proper mulching can help keep the soil moist. However, be cautious not to overwater, as excessively wet conditions can lead to root rot and other plant diseases. Additionally, reducing the amount of food available to ants can deter them. This includes managing aphid populations since ants are attracted to the honeydew that aphids produce. Introducing natural predators like ladybugs can help control aphids and reduce the food source for ants. Another natural method involves using barriers and repellents. Ants often follow scent trails left by other ants, so disrupting these trails can be an effective way to deter them. Gardeners can use diatomaceous earth, a natural, non-toxic powder made from fossilized aquatic organisms. It works by physically damaging the ants' exoskeletons, causing them to dehydrate and die. Sprinkling a fine line of diatomaceous earth around the perimeter of the garden or around individual plants can help keep ants away. Similarly, substances like coffee grounds, cinnamon, or citrus peels can act as natural repellents due to their strong smells, which can mask the ants' scent trails. Integrated Pest Management (IPM) principles suggest combining multiple methods to control ants effectively. This approach minimizes the reliance on chemical treatments and emphasizes the importance of monitoring and preventative measures. Regular garden maintenance, including removing debris, turning the soil, and monitoring for signs of ant activity, can help manage populations. Encouraging biodiversity by planting a variety of plants can also help attract natural predators and create a more balanced garden ecosystem. Physical barriers can also be employed to prevent ants from accessing specific areas. Sticky barriers, like those made from petroleum jelly or specialized horticultural products, can be applied to the stems of plants or garden bed edges. These barriers are particularly useful for preventing ants from climbing plants to reach aphids or other food sources. For more direct control, baiting is an effective strategy. Ant baits work by attracting worker ants, which then carry the poison back to the nest, effectively targeting the entire colony. When choosing a bait, it is essential to consider the type of ant and the preferred food. Some ants are more attracted to sweets, while others prefer proteins or fats. Commercially available ant baits come in various formulations, and reading the label will help select the most suitable one. When placing baits, ensure they are positioned in areas where ants are most active but out of reach of children and pets. The key to successful baiting is patience, as it may take several days or weeks for the bait to eliminate the colony. For those who prefer organic gardening methods, focusing on environmental manipulation, physical barriers, and natural repellents will likely be the primary strategies. For others, a combination of these methods with selective use of chemical controls may be appropriate. The key is to approach ant management thoughtfully, with a focus on long-term solutions that maintain the health and balance of the garden ecosystem. Removing ants from garden soil requires a combination of understanding the species, manipulating the environment, using natural and chemical controls judiciously, and maintaining an overall healthy garden ecosystem. While ants can be a nuisance, they also contribute positively to soil health and pest control. Thus, rather than aiming for complete eradication, gardeners should strive for a balanced approach that minimizes the negative impacts of ants while preserving their beneficial roles in the garden. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.